Ladies and gentlemen, this is an important, very important episode of The Nation Wants to Know, because it's very topical. And I've always tried to make sure that whenever the subject has been a subject of conversation, not just in a part of India but across the country, we must give it due importance and all sides of the story must come out. And on the program tonight, I have with me someone I have had the privilege of knowing for a long time, both personally and as a journalist. And I do admire him, and he knows that as well. But I find it very often that he comes into a controversial situation. Well, as of now, as I welcome the Honorable Governor of Kerala, Arif Mohammad Khan, a brief introduction about what we are talking about today. Arif Mohammad Khan, first of all, Your Excellency, and if you don't mind, I'll just refer to you as Arif Sahab in the course of the discussion. Arif Sahab, can you hear me first of all, sir?
Yes, no problem.
Okay. Arif Sahab.
Yes, I hear you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Arif Sahab, I want to just give my viewers a perspective of what is going on. Right now, Arif Mohammad Khan, the Honorable Governor of Kerala, is in the middle of a massive controversy. Now, this is because there is seen to be a showdown and a direct confrontation between him and the government in Kerala. The Chief Minister on one side, Governor on the other, Governor versus government. Obviously, this battle is at the center of national attention. And their views are very polarized. Some people say Arif Mohammad Khan is a very combative individual. You know, he doesn't compromise, he doesn't mince his words, but he's overstepping. The other side says that the government in Kerala is not comfortable because Arif Mohammad Khan is technically correct in what he's doing. So there is a huge showdown. And I don't know where this showdown is headed, to be very honest. I don't know. Viewers don't know. Journalists don't know. Right now, there's been a battle with a section of the media and Arif Mohammad Khan. So I'm only seeing it becoming bigger and bigger on a daily basis. So just to start with you, first question, Arif Sahab, who is responsible for this showdown? So much has been going on. Let me cut straight to the chase. Who is responsible for the showdown between you and the Chief Minister? Or you and the government? Who has instigated whom? What is the reason for this showdown?
No, actually there is no showdown. Let us put things in a proper perspective. The government the business of the government must run in accordance with law, and constitution is also law. The governor's actions are also controlled by law. We have a system in our country right after independence where in every state government is responsible for running the business of the government, and governor has been entrusted with the duty, obligation to run the universities. Why? When the state assemblies passed a law and appointed, this is a statutory position, not constitutional position. A statutory position, when they appointed governors in various states as chancellor of the universities, basically it was a declaration that we respect the concept of the autonomy of the universities, we respect the dignity of intellect, we respect the academia, and there shall be no interference by the executive in the affairs of the universities. If you create a university, unless you will assure the world that it is free from any interference by the government, the academic world will not accept you as a university. You can run the departments, if you want to run the departments of the government, very well. You are free, you change the law and make them departments. But the status of university shall be available only when the academic world is convinced, the UGC is convinced that there is no interference by the executive. Now, the last 3 years' experience, or as it is now clear from the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court, till last year, Kerala had 13 universities. 2 more universities have come into existence. And now, through a judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court, we find that appointment in all 11 universities were made in an irregular and illegal manner, and Honorable Supreme Court in one case where they have the judgment of the Supreme Court, of course, deals with the case which they are considering, which is before them, but they also lay down law. The judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court as good as a law passed by Parliament or State Assembly. And they have said that any appointment where the selection committee consists of a non-academic will be void ab initio. From day one, it will be considered illegal. They have said if the selection committee recommends only one name and does not recommend 3 to 5 names as per the UGC regulations, then they have said, where is the choice for the chancellor? He is being forced to appoint, name is being given of only one person, so he will have no choice. This is void. Any appointment made when a single name has been recommended will be void ab initio.
Yeah. May I?
Honorable Supreme Court has laid down the law. Now I have a duty. I have a duty not only as chancellor, but even as governor of the state to ensure that the law is upheld and things are conducted in a manner which are consistent with the constitutional and legal provisions.
I get it.
Therefore, after this judgment, I'm
saying, without going into the detail, Arif Saab, now the Kerala government has removed you as the sole chancellor of state-run universities, starting with the Kerala Kalamandalam.
They can't remove.
No, I know, but they say
No,
we have
Kerala
the power.
Kalamandalam
They
is
say
not-
we have the power to make such amendments as state public universities are established by legislatures. So they say we have the power.
I'm not challenging.
Yes.
They should be happy. Then no, but then there should be no issue. If they say they have the power and they have removed me, then what is the issue?
Now, what is the issue is something else, I feel, Arif Saab. Arif Saab, the issue is something else. This is a manifestation of the issue. This is not the issue. This whole issue of chancellorship is not the issue.
No.
The issue is you have differences with the Kerala government. There has been either it's a personality battle between you and Mr. Vijayan. There is a political battle.
No.
It is seen to be part of what people are saying is the larger issue of governors interfering in the functioning of the state government, of Arif Mohammad Khan being like they say he's an agent of the center, and it's a bigger issue. The chancellor issue is only the flashpoint. What is the real issue? Why? Let's address the real issue. What is the real issue?
Okay. Can I respond?
Yeah, sure, please.
When this point was made, made that I am trying to interfere, I have said, give me one single instance. If you are able to substantiate your charge by giving one single instance, where during last 3 years, I have tried to interfere in the administration, in the business of the government, I shall resign from the post of governor. Then why they are not giving any instance? They are not giving because there is nothing. In fact, except they want whatever clash in the past we had It was only on the universities. They are trying all the time, they try to interfere in my domain, that is the universities. Universities, they have nothing to do. But you see, it is not only after I came here as governor. Most of these appointments, except 2, have been made before me. They are all irregular and illegal. And even after I came here, one vice chancellor, because the act of the what Honorable Supreme Court has made clear is, if the statute of the state is repugnant to the UGC regulations, then UGC regulations would prevail. So in one case which I have done, there was only one name. I held back the file for 2 months and I repeatedly asked this question, why only one name has been sent? And I have put it on record. In the other case, they wanted reappointment of Kannur Vice Chancellor. There I had refused to accept their recommendation.
Why?
But they came with the advice of the highest law officer of the state.
What if they say, Arif Saab, that it is our right, it is our privilege, and what is the problem? I mean, if we are sending one name, okay, Arif Mohammad Khan.
They are saying, Honorable Supreme Court has said, in the case of the Calcutta University Vice Chancellor, state government has no role in the appointment of the Vice Chancellor.
But you yourself wrote to the Chief Minister in December last year seeking to be removed from the post of Chancellor of the University so that, in your words, quote, nobody would question the political appointments and interference in these universities.
Nobody, my own words, what I have said at that time after the appointment, because they used the opinion of the Advocate General to force me, and after the opinion came, then I appointed him, but I have written on the file that I am accepting this only because the highest officer, law officer of the state has given his opinion in favor of what you are recommending, but I still feel that this is irregular and illegal, and I don't want you to force me in future. I don't want you. Therefore, I want to be relieved of the responsibility as Chancellor. This I had written, but they realized they cannot do it. Therefore, Chief Minister wrote 3 letters to me urging that I should continue as Chancellor. I rejected all 3 letters. Then the 4th letter, he sent the draft to my office saying that Governor can amend it as he wishes, but he will continue as Chancellor. Then I made certain amendments, sent it back. I said I will not accept any assurance with qualifications. It should be unqualified assurance in written that you will not interfere in the matter of universities. He gave that assurance, but he gave so that I continue as Chancellor, but the interference continued in the universities. Now, since the judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court, one has been given yesterday, they are so crystal clear. Therefore, they feel totally panicked.
Why did he?
Now they won't be able to bulldoze me.
Why did he sack you? I mean, why did he sack you? See, I'm trying to go to the moot issue. You are a governor of a state. You hold a constitutional position. When a chief minister sacks a governor,
no, but as far as
it makes national headlines. Why have things reached this boiling point?
I think you are using words which are not correct. Who is he to sack me? They can as far as the deemed university is concerned, sponsoring agency has the authority to change the rules. They have changed the rule. But as far as the university, I do not know whether those rules, what change they have proposed will be accepted by the UGC. I am not sure. But as far as other universities are concerned, they can propose anything. They can propose ordinance. They can even pass a bill in the House. Ultimately, it will come to me. How can they sack me? And since I have already said yesterday that since the target of this so-called this proposed ordinance, or if on future date they pass a bill, if I come to the conclusion that this is only to target me, then I shall not be judge of my own cause. I shall immediately, if I come to the conclusion, then I shall refer the matter to Honorable President for her final decision. Who are they? They cannot, they can only propose. Therefore, you're saying they have sacked you is not right.
No, do you think that they are provoking you to a point where they want you to leave the chair? We say experienced politicians on the other side.
They are not provoking me. They have become totally desperate.
Why?
Because now,
Why?
After the judgments of the Honorable Supreme Court, there is no way they can pressurize me. Honorable Supreme Court has laid the parameters. If there is any presence of any official on the selection committee, appointment will be void ab initio.
But then one minute. Arif Saab, I understand you've got a very strong technical point on your quote and a legal point, I understand that. But if you allow me, are you also not provoking the Chief Minister and the government? What did you mean when you said that the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan is patronizing smuggling activities? 7 days ago, you accused the Chief Minister's office of patronizing smuggling activities. It was quoted that you said, and I'm just reading from a report.
Words in my mouth, I will tell. Reports, I have no, video is there. See the video. What I have said is, why is it that all scams and all illegal activities, when you trace them, they lead you to the Chief Minister's office? Is it incorrect that Chief Minister's alter ego, his private secretary was arrested in the gold smuggling scam? Is that not correct? Today his political secretary, close relative, was being appointed as associate professor in Kannur University, which I state. Then who are the people who are doing this? Who are sitting in Chief Minister's office? This is the question which I have raised.
Are you okay? So let me put. Are you saying?
I'm not provoking.
Are you saying? No. Let me put it to you specifically. Are you saying that the Chief Minister's office in Kerala,
yes,
is a den of corruption?
I'm not saying that. I am saying that these illegal activities, where action has already been taken, the persons who are responsible for this were sitting and are sitting in CM office. The appointment in Kannur University, it is not only I as Chancellor who has stayed it, but even Honorable High Court has stayed it.
But the people sitting in the Chief Minister's office are sitting, the people sitting in the Chief Minister's office have been made to sit there by him. The Chief Minister surely knows what's happening in his office. So in a way, when you are talking about the Chief Minister's office,
this is exactly the point I am raising, that if you do not know what is happening in your office, then it speaks volumes about your being capable, about your capability. And if you know what your people are doing, then you are sort of promoting all these illegal things.
So you're
this
saying,
is what I'm saying.
You are saying then, you are saying that Pinarayi Vijayan is encouraging illegal things and corruption.
Can there be, do you need greater proof than the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court that all appointments of the Vice Chancellors in Kerala are irregular and illegal? in the light of the judgments of the Supreme Court. That is why I have given them notices. Can there be greater proof? Do you need any other proof?
Are you threatening the government?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I am only requesting them to desist from indulging in activities which are not in accordance with law. If you have, I am asking them to be true to what the Assembly has said on paper. Assembly has, Kerala Legislative Assembly, like other assemblies in the whole country, they have entrusted the job of running the universities to the Chancellor. They have declared to the world that we shall not interfere in the functioning of the universities. You are doing it on a daily basis. Universities, how many cases are pending in the court where on the ground that appointments made there, the appointees are either relatives of the ministers or they are the members of the party, and on that ground they have been appointed.
No, did
How
you,
many cases
when
are
I
pending
said
in the court?
when I said Arif Saab, now we should be very frank and direct with each other. You put out a tweet on 17th October in which you said, and I quote, statements of individual ministers that lower the dignity of the office of the governor can invite action, including the withdrawal of pleasure. The withdrawal of pleasure. You are a very, very knowledgeable person on the law. You've been a central minister. You've held office. The withdrawal of pleasure is a very major statement. Very major statement. Withdrawal of pleasure from a government. Are you saying that you'll sack the government?
What major?
You said withdrawal of pleasure. What does that mean in constitutional terms, sir?
Nowhere. No. I think in your own conclave where you were present, I had explained that I have consulted every dictionary, including Black's Law Dictionary. Nowhere withdrawal of pleasure means sacking. Nowhere. Withdrawal of pleasure means I have two parts of my oath. One is that I shall protect, preserve and defend the Constitution. And the other part is I shall, to the best of my ability, serve the interest of people of Kerala. Now if I am confronted with a situation where I see something happening which I consider is injurious to the long-term interest of the people of Kerala, and I do not have the legal power to stop it, then what is the way out for me? The only way out is that I let the people of Kerala know this is what is happening. This minister...
I want to challenge you.
Finance minister, where I have withdrawn my pleasure, he was trying to stoke the fires of regionalism and provincialism. He said that somebody born in UP cannot understand the education system of Kerala, as if the higher education system is different in different states. That is all regulated by the UGC. No, he does not even know that BHU is not a state university, it is a central university.
Why can't you ignore, you are a very,
more vice chancellors
you are a very,
South India.
Sir, let me tell you, you are a man with how many years now? More than 4 decades, almost 5 decades in public life and politics. Why can't you ignore these things? Why do you have to react? Why
ignore
if he said something, ignore it.
India? No, ignore threats. I can ignore if somebody says something insulting to me, but I shall never ignore if somebody tries to threaten the unity of India. That I shall never do. In 1986, when I resigned from the government, what was the basic stand which I had taken? I said law is not very important. But the language which was used against the Supreme Court verdict was a challenge to the national unity of India, and you have succumbed before these people. Then I should not have resigned even in 1986.
Correct? Yes? I get my point. 1986, you mentioned it to me. I remember it clearly. But Arif Muhammad Khan, 1986, you were in your 30s. You were an angry young man. Why are you an angry young man today? Why can't you ignore it with time? Why don't you say, let it be?
This may be, if that was the reaction of an angry young man, then the whole politics of India would not have changed in a manner in which it did after 1986. That was my deeply held belief. Even today, that is there. If somebody tries to insult me personally, say things which are unfair to me personally, I will ignore it. But if somebody tries to challenge the unity of India, integrity of India, that too after taking oath to protect the unity and integrity of India, that will not go
now since I hope you don't get too angry at my next question, but I will ask it nevertheless. The problem is that, when we are doing this, but I will ask you nevertheless, there's absolutely no problem. But you must listen to my full question and then you can...
No, you have to ask it for your viewers.
No, not for my viewers, truths. For myself, yes, for myself. Arif Saab.
Yeah.
My question will take a little time, 30 seconds. Did you breach constitutional powers with respect to the Kerala Finance Minister? And the detail of it is this. Were you or were you not breaching your constitutional power when you asked for action to be taken against the Finance Minister K.N. Balagopal? Irrespective of what he said, whatever your views are, that he's made a comment which affects the country, unity of the country, etc. You said he had ceased to enjoy your pleasure. Were you, and my specific question is, misreading the specific article 164(1) of the Constitution of India as an individual pleasure when it actually means a constitutional pleasure?
Your question is complete?
Complete.
I have certainly not breached anything. This is my duty, my dharma, to restrain anybody who tries to challenge the national unity and integrity of India. If I am not competent enough to do that, I should not be in the office. Therefore, I totally disagree with you. This is my primary duty. You know why the institution of governors was created? India has been politically fragmented for thousands of years. Our political unity is a recent phenomenon, but India was culturally and spiritually united thanks to a son of Kerala who in the last millennium, at the young age, he went all over the country and made people aware of that cultural and spiritual unity. I recently on 31st, Delhi, I delivered Sardar Patel Memorial Lecture. And I said there that but for the foundation laid by great Shankaracharya, it would not have been possible for Sardar Patel, great leader, to build the to achieve the political unity of India. Now, governor institution was created because for thousands of years, our mind has been attuned to political fragmentation, and cultural unity was there, but political fragmentation there. Therefore, governor, the institution is absolutely necessary to keep an eye on those who, under the influence of that legacy, raise voices and weaken the unity of India. That is the basic purpose, basic reason why the institution of governor was created. Therefore, if I fail to take notice of such thing, then I shall be failing in my duty.
To which I To which my follow-up is this. Personally, I believe that you are a very strategic thinker. You are, I mean, if you don't mind my analysis of you as a personality, you are volatile, you are impulsive, but you speak your mind, but you're also very strategic. And your critics feel that there is a strategy to what Arif Muhammad Khan is doing today. And this is their understanding of the strategy. They say that Arif Muhammad Khan intended to fight a lengthy court case and win because he wants to ultimately play the role of the opposition. You have been fiercely criticizing the government, whether it's about nepotism or the workings of the Chief Minister's office, but they say ultimately, he wants to play the role of an opposition. And they are saying, how can a governor holding a constitutional post make charges against the elected head of the state when there is no conviction in the case? Further, and I'll expand on this, they say this governor-chancellor issue is giving a wonderful opportunity for Arif Muhammad Khan to score a legal victory, to put down the state government. 9 Kerala VCs have moved the Kerala High Court against your order. Were you trying to make a statement by seeking the removal of the 9 VCs? If not, why try to seek their removal only now? You tried to sack 9 VCs. Now the Kerala government finds a loophole, removes you from the constitutional position. Why are these VCs so important to the government? Are they also using the case to fight you? And are you also using the case to fight them? I believe that's what's going on is a big fight. It's a big fight with Arif Muhammad Khan on one side, Pinarayi Vijayan state government. It's not only about the chancellor. Both sides are using this issue to fight each other. And you are also preparing yourself because you intend to fight a very long legal court case against them and win. And they are also trying to find the technical loophole. And I know that you do agree with me from how you're responding to my question. You do agree with me. There's a reality to what's going on.
No,
yes, sir. Over to you.
I may or may not agree with you, but what you are saying is does not really reflect the factual position. I can't speak about the other party, but I can speak about myself. I was feeling very uncomfortable with the interference in the universities which I was seeing on a daily basis. I did not act. Why I did not act? I was not sure about what really should be done in this situation, except that I wrote to the Chief Minister that I can't tolerate this interference and therefore relieve me of my duty as Chancellor. But now, when I start, why will be a long legal battle? Honorable Supreme Court has already laid down the law. Where is the question of any long battle? You can't go and file a case against the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court. There is no prospect of any legal battle. In fact, another one issue, which was not clear in the earlier decisions, has been made clear by the Honorable Supreme Court yesterday in the case of Uttarakhand University, where they have said that even interim arrangement, acting vice chancellors will be appointed in accordance with UGC regulations. There is a question of any legal battle. Which court in India will entertain case which challenges the law laid down by the Honorable Supreme Court? I do not know who has briefed you about it, but this is not this does not reflect the factual position. The factual position is Honorable Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, has laid down the law. The law is laid down by them. I am duty bound to implement them in all the universities which come under my jurisdiction. And the reason why they are so desperate is that they do not see any.
It's getting worse.
Anything.
But it's getting
where
worse.
they can get some relief.
It's getting worse. You see, the citizens of this country, enjoy politics to some extent. At one point, the citizen says, a young person watching this program today, Arif Mohammad Khan, I spoke about you as the angry young man of the 80s. A young person today is seeing this and saying, what is going on? Pinarayi Vijayan is first used to refer to Arif Mohammad Khan as a stooge of the central government. Now he is calling you, quote, a tool of the RSS. All lines have been crossed on all sides. You are saying the Chief Minister's office, there is corruption in the Chief Minister's office. He is saying you are a tool of the RSS. Where is this going to end? This can't end only in a court of law.
I have not said. Please don't put words in my mouth. I have not said that. I have said that every major scam and every illegal activity is finally traced to people who are sitting in Chief Minister's office. This is what I have said.
Yeah, that's what I quoted you as saying. I didn't say Chief Minister, I said Chief Minister's office.
Good. If they are saying, my only problem, you should see it in the proper perspective. I have said, if other than universities, they come by law, not as governor, but as chancellor, they come under my jurisdiction. Bharat Ratna, Dr. C.N. Rao, in his speech here in Kerala, he said, the problem with the universities is that power is with the vice chancellor. Power is with the chancellor to discipline them. But because he is governor, therefore he avoids interfering. And the government does not have any power. So government uses its influence to make them do what they want them to do. So please try to understand. I have already said, if other than universities, I have tried any interference anywhere in the administration, you give one instance and I shall resign. They are not able to.
They want you to resign. Isn't it obvious to you, Mr. Khan? Mr. Khan, now that you've used the resign word, I'll say it clearly to you. They want you to resign. They don't want you in Raj Bhavan. Isn't it obvious to you?
No, that position cannot be. My God, that position, as long as I am governor, the law says the governor shall be chancellor. He cannot resign. Even when I had written the letter to the Chief Minister,
I'm not talking of the chancellor position, sir. I am saying that the Kerala government, which has had a long-standing series of differences with you, would love to see you resign as the governor of Kerala. They would love to see you in any other state, but not in Kerala anymore.
As the governor, but I do not know where you have read it. What I have read is, which the party secretary has spoken. He said if the X goes, Y comes. It is basically the RSS who is running the show. They have not demanded my resignation as governor. I do not know where you got it from. They have said if X goes, Y will come. And they are all being controlled by RSS. This is what he has said.
No, the Chief Minister has said that you are an RSS camp follower.
No, never, not demanded my resignation.
Not demanding resignation. He has said that you should be a detached figure according to the, according to the...
demanding my resignation.
No. He says that you should uphold the dignity of your office. You should be a detached figure and not be a RSS camp follower.
That is different.
Louder.
Oh, that is different. But he has not asked for my resignation because as far as I know, officially they have said, if he goes, another man comes who will also be RSS, according to them, RSS agent. So how can you help them? You can change a government. You can't change a people. It is the people of India who are giving, who are electing the government at the center.
Why did you?
It is not any particular organization.
You can have any number of issues. But if you are democratic, Mr. Khan, where I feel, and I would want to put this across to you, where I have a difference of opinion from you, but I'd like your response to it, is vis-a-vis your fight with the media. You asked two channels, journalists from two channels, Kairali TV and Media One, you told them
Yes,
to leave,
yes,
leave
yes.
your press interaction.
Yes.
Leave your press interaction. You said these channels are working as, they have an established political line, etc. You have banned 4 TV channels, including Kairali News and Media One, from your press
No,
conference.
not 4.
2.
First of all, I have not banned anyone. What I have said is, I shall not talk to Kerala and Media One. Why I shall not talk to them? Because I am unable to make distinction between CPM and Kerala. It is not media.
Yeah,
I do not recognize them as media.
Yeah,
they are propaganda cell of
Correct.
CPM.
Now that's what
So
you
is
said.
the case with Media One,
let
who
me.
are propaganda cell.
No.
Let me complete, please. They are the propaganda cell of Jamaat-e-Islami. And you must have seen so many articles by very erudite scholars who hold Maududi, the founder of Jamaat-e-Islami, responsible for the terrorism which we have seen in the
Mr. Khan,
almost
Mr. Khan,
in so many countries.
Mr. Khan, may I give you a contrary perspective, and then I'd love you to
Yes.
respond to it. See, Mr. Khan, fact of the matter is,
Yes.
any channel operating in our country gets a license from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. The right to broadcast is given after due checks by the government of India. If anybody wants to ban a channel from broadcasting, it has to be the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, which must take away the license. Now, where my disagreement with you is this: any individual, an institution, a constitutional post like yourself or a political party, when it denies access, if you don't want to take a question, you don't take a question. But where I think what you cannot do, and where I would again like to tell you where I feel that you may have overstepped, is where you say, I will not allow you. You can't deny physical access to a reporter of any channel. Allow them to ask the question. You may or may not choose to respond, but I feel, and I'm telling you this, please don't think I am not I don't agree or disagree with channels individually. I don't agree with many other channels who are operating right now. They don't agree with me. But I always say one thing. I said the weakness of the Congress party, which I colloquially call the Vadra Congress, is that they deny entry to a Republic TV reporter into their party office. I feel that's undemocratic. I feel that is undemocratic, and where I feel, I would request you, and I'm saying this individually, where I feel that perhaps you may reconsider your view, is that I don't think media groups, you may respond in whichever way appropriate, but I don't think you should or you can ban media groups depending on your perception of the media group, the questions they have or the line they take. That's my view, and I'd like you to respond to that.
Well, who am I to ban any channel? I can decide about myself, whom I want to talk to and whom I don't want to talk to. And the reason is that the Raj Bhavan puts out a tweet, and the Kerala replaces the words. The PRO of the Raj Bhavan calls them and says these words which you are using are not part of the tweet. And they say that we will correct it, and they do not correct it and continue to broadcast it for 24 hours. Will you tell me what I should do?
You can write to them, you can have your point of view heard. If you disagree, you can go legally on them, but you can't say I will not have the reporter in my press conference.
I can't. Sorry?
You can't say I won't have the reporter of this channel which is accredited allowed into my press interactions. That is.
Well, that may be your view.
Yes.
But if somebody replaces the words in my tweet, I am not going to talk to them. It is secondly, I have not called any press conference. They are requesting to meet me. I will meet persons whom I feel that I don't see any chance of their distorting what I say. I have not called a press conference. They are sending requests, and I am saying to you, I don't want to meet. What is wrong with that?
Okay, let's say, okay, see, I'm only interviewing you, but let's say that let's move on from this saying, with my also saying that individually, I'm not in agreement with you on this, but I want to go to my next question, which is very specific. In this last 5 to 6 minutes of the interview, I want to go very specific with you. And my question to you is, will you or are you at any point of time thinking of stepping down as governor? You've been in the Congress party formally for over 5 years. You said that you were sticking to your moral stance which you publicly took in Parliament over the legislation overturning the Shah Bano judgment. You did not think of your position.
Yes.
Or you took a moral stance. People were shocked. You staked your political career. Right? So are you ready to step down as governor if it comes to it?
Why? Do I face any moral crisis today? What is the crisis today before me?
Complete and absolute disagreement with the state government, real issues, day-to-day functioning.
So
not smooth.
It is not question
legal
of
battles.
disagreement. It is not question of disagreement. No, it is not question of this. There is no legal battle. That is only somewhere stuck in your mind. There is no legal battle. Law has been settled by Honorable Supreme Court. There is no greater court or authority. The only thing is, I do not intervene. I do not interfere with the administration. They have no business to interfere in the universities. The Honorable Supreme Court has clearly laid down, they don't have anything to do, even in the matter of the appointment of the Vice Chancellors. The moral issue is before them. All the appointments they had recommended, they were illegal and irregular, and one of them has been declared to be void ab initio by the Honorable Supreme Court. The moral question is before them, not before me. I have been insisting on these things. But now position has been cleared by the highest court in the land. So where is my question? Where is the question of my entertaining this thought? There is no moral crisis before me. Moral crisis is before them. It is the appointments which they had recommended. And I had, at least in 2 cases, I had objected to that, and I had put my objections on the paper. And they have been upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court. I do not know where you get this idea from.
No,
Please do not forget Professor C.N. Let me complete. Professor C.N.R. Rao has said that bright students of Kerala, after 10+2, they migrate to other states. Professor K.M. Panikar, who was Vice Chancellor and also Chairman of the Higher Education Council, he has said the same thing in his article. And Professor Rao says that research in Kerala universities has come to a standstill because of this migration. Why migration? Because the young people in Kerala feel that all positions in the universities and under the government have been reserved for the CPM cadre and their relatives.
Okay, so here's one thing.
Come and see Trivandrum today.
No.
See the streets of Trivandrum today. People are on the road. The corporation has asked the party secretary. They have said 295 positions are vacant, temporary positions, and party secretary is being asked to send a list of persons who can be appointed against those posts.
So, Mr. Khan, obviously you feel that the government is not doing its job.
There is no moral crisis before me.
You feel there is corruption. You feel there are illegal activities.
So
the government
why
is not
I should
fulfilling
resign?
its job.
No, but then why I should resign?
Does this government have your confidence?
So because of their failure, I should resign.
Does this government have your confidence?
No, I am asking you because they have failed.
No. But does this government have your confidence?
The question is my confidence. Let me reply. You have asked this question 3 times. Let me reply. My question is all dependent on, as far as the Chief Minister is concerned, as long as majority is there and majority has confidence in him, I have said it earlier also, that if I feel uncomfortable with any decision of the government, my duty is to let the people know. Not that I will act against him. I will not act against him unless the constitutional machinery collapses.
Do you think the government will seek a recalling of you as the governor? Because on the 24th of October, in a press conference, when Pinarayi Vijayan was asked about the government taking steps to remove you from the post, he said, and I quote, "If needed, the government will go for such an option." Now in Tamil Nadu, the DMK has already written to the president to recall Governor R.N. Ravi. Do you see this situation in Kerala as well?
I treat these comments with the contempt which they deserve. Let them do. Who am I to stop them? But these threats cannot stop me from performance of my duties. That is absolutely clear. And now that Honorable Supreme Court had made the position crystal clear, I will ensure that there is no interference in the universities, and universities' autonomy is protected, and there is no favoritism and nepotism. There are no appointments on that basis in the universities. Now, there is no way anybody can stop any governor, not just me, any governor who is chancellor. No government will be able to stop any chancellor now from ensuring the autonomy of the university.
Last question. I have a feeling after this whole 45-minute interaction, Arif Mohammad Khan, bless you, that you are going to fight it out. It seems to me you're really sort of, you're readying for a long haul fight if required. Are you ready to fight it out in the long haul, to stand by what you believe in?
I do not agree with your essay. I do not agree with your assessment. There is going to be any long haul fight. That fight has come to end. I have been fighting this battle since last 3 years. And now this battle has come to an end with the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court. Now everything has been made crystal clear. Where is the question of any fight now? Are you going to fight against the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court? There is no question of any long haul fight now. Now, though, it is a question of some time, few days, maybe few months, when the process for the appointment of new vice chancellors without any interference by the government will start, and we will have reputed academics, not the party cadre. We will have them appointed. Selection committee will have, UGC representative will be there, university representative will be there, chancellor's nominee will be there, and they will be told that they have to go purely on merit. No favoritism, no nepotism.
Well, Arif Mohammad Khan has been a man in the eye of the storm many times, but he started the interview by saying Supreme Court stands by my view. He ends it that way. But I personally believe there's a lot of political volatility in Kerala right now, and whether he likes it or not, he's there in the eye of the storm again. Arif Mohammad Khan, always enjoyable to talk to you. Always a pleasure and really enjoyable to talk to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Have you checked your sugar levels?
Afraid of diabetes and its complications?
होप खत्म हो गई थी. मुझे लगता था यार ये क्या लाइफ है.
Is diabetes a serious epidemic?
200 million people are at the risk of developing diabetes.
So one should always think that what really works for them.
Technology is the only way we can solve this problem for India.
Veto is a one-stop solution for anything diabetes.
Watch India Beats Diabetes with Beto, a World Diabetes Day special this Saturday and Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Republic TV.
BJP state president walking towards the protesters demanding the resignation of Arya Rajendran, the mayor. At the same time, water cannons and tear gas are being used. से ज्यादा मोटरसाइकिल सवार आज यहाँ उतरे हैं अनुराग ठाकुर और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी के समर्थन में, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के समर्थन में.
Property of the Jamaat Islami that has been seized, that falls in the Bongaon village for their links with the terror groups and carrying out the terror activities.
Several people have been killed in a fire in Malé, the capital of the Maldives.
From the first rally spot of Anurag Thakur, this is Shimla Grameen. People here, women, children, youngsters, elders have come out. First time I'm seeing early in the morning.
Tipu Jayanti celebrations, there has been a low-key response for this entire celebrations in the Hubballi Idgah Maidan.
The BJP is taking out a massive protest outside the corporation demanding resignation of the mayor of Thiruvananthapuram.
The main accused in the Bargari sacrilege case, Pradeep Singh, has been shot dead by two bike-borne gunmen at Kotakpura in Faridkot.
3 arrests have been made, 2 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists and 1 of their helper. Big success for the Jammu police as they have busted this major terror module. This was the tanker that was being used by the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists to sneak into the weapons from the Jammu to the Kashmir Valley.
BJP state president walking towards the protesters demanding the resignation of Arya Rajendran, the mayor. At the same time, water cannons and tear gas are being used.
We're cutting across to these live pictures coming in from Mumbai, where massive protest is being staged by NCP workers. This is happening in Thane after the arrest